Good morning guys! So I am Josh Rosario, Bachelor of Physical Education course in Metro Dagupan Colleges. So for today's video, I am going to make a video about types of muscle contractions. So what is muscle contraction? Muscle contraction is the tightening, shortening, or lengthening of muscles when you do some activity. It can happen when you hold or pick up something, or when you stretch or exercise with weights. Muscle contraction is often followed by muscle relaxation. When contracted, muscles return to their normal states. So, ang muscle contractions is nangyayari lamang ito sa mga taong nag-exercise. Habang ginagawang exercise, may binubuhat na mabibigat. And ginagawa din ito and nangyayari lamang din po ito sa mga taong nag-gym. Yan. So, why do muscles contract? So, muscles serve several purposes in our body. Your muscles contract for any number of reasons, but they primarily do the following. So, offer stability to your joints and connective tissues. Your muscles lengthen and shorten, sometimes involuntary as your body needs them. Makakapag-produce ng heat to maintain your body temperature. Around 40% of your body's temperature converts into muscles work. Shivering is your body's response to feeling cold, and your skeletal muscles activate to warm your body. So, why do muscles contract? Makakapag-maintain din ito ng posture natin. Makakatulong ito sa ating posture. Yung muscles natin is makakatulong na ma-maintain yung isang position like sitting or standing. So, understanding muscle contractions. Concentric contractions. This type of contraction happens when your muscle is actively shortened. Your muscle tightens when you activate it to lift something heavier than normal, which generates tension. Keep in mind that this type of muscle contraction happens when the load is less than your muscle's maximum capacity. Your muscle cannot move the load without shortening the fibers to physically move the object. An example of a concentric muscle contraction is picking up a heavy box. If you squat down to lift a box, your arm muscles may contract to hold the weight, but your leg muscles tighten as you stand up with additional weight. So, ang concentric contraction is nangyayari lamang ito kapag yung muscles natin ay active. Kapag nagbubuhat tayo ng mga bibigat, doon lang nangyayari yung concentric contractions. At ang example din ng concentric muscle contraction is kapag nagbubuhat tayo at nagpupulot tayo, pinipik natin yung mga mabibigat na box. Kapag nag-squat down to lift a box, yung mga muscles natin is nako-contract ito para ma-hold natin yung weight. Pero yung leg natin is tightened as you stand up with the additional weight. So magdadagdag yon. Kapag tumayo tayo, magdadagdag yon ng additional weight natin. So sa eccentric contractions naman, this type of contraction happens when your muscle is actively lengthened during normal activity. An example of this is walking because your quadriceps muscles are active when your heel touch the ground and your knee is bending or straightening out in the stride. So eccentric muscle contractions also happen when you lower something heavy. Your muscle has to remain tight to manage the weight, but it lengthens to shift the weight into a different position. So, ang eccentric contractions is nangyayari lamang to kapag actively lengthen during normal activity. So, ang example dito is ang paglalakad, walking, because yung quadriceps muscles natin is active dahil yung heel touches natin is natatouch natin yung ground, yung knee natin is nabebend or na-straightening or nag-stretch sa paglalakad natin. So, and ang eccentric muscles is nangyayari din kapag naglo-lower tayo ng something heavy or nagbababa tayo ng something heavy, yung muscles natin is remain tight to manage, para ma-manage natin yung weight, para mabuhat natin yung mabibigat na something or object at may baba ito ng maayos. So, sa isometric contraction naman, is this type of muscle contraction happens when your muscle is actively held at a set length. Instead of lengthening and shortening as it would during some activities, you hold it in a position that requires a specific length once activated. An example of this type of contraction is carrying something in your arms in front of you. You aren't trying to raise or lower the object, but keep it at a steady position. So, ang isometric contraction is, ang example nito ay kapag nakicarrying tayo ng isang something or object na mabibigat sa harap natin, is kung hindi natin kayang itaas or ibaba yung object na yon, kaya nating gawin siya sa steady position. Passive stretch. So, this type of muscle contraction happens kapag yung muscles natin is passively lengthened. For example, magli-lean down tayo para mahawakan natin yung paa natin, pero yun, wala siyang additional weight na yung muscles natin is kailangan may hawakan or i-lift, may buhatin para ma-apply yung force na yun. Pero ang mangyayari sa ating katawan is mag-stretch. Habang ginagawa natin yung mag-lean down and to touch your toes is mag-stretch yung katawan natin para mahawakan yung paa natin.